Schedule a Zoom with me at GCExperts.com/Zoom. Well, I get emails on awards of federal contracts, and it stopped working for a long time, and I got with Fahad, and I'm like, I used to get these emails. Well, he got them working again, and so I started kind of looking at a few of them, and all of a sudden I'm seeing ALP, and then I see ALP again.
Fair enough. Yeah, I got some good ones in the fall. Some good ones, that's for sure.
So, what can I do for you, Mr. Successful?
I have ruffled the feathers of a contracting officer, and he has decided that he would like to throw his weight around, and he found a mistake that we made. So, I have a subcontractor who I could have done a better job. He kept calling the COR himself. The sub kept calling and scheduling with the COR himself, which wasn't an issue, but really not the best way to be doing that. We installed 10 overhead doors. They're in, functioning, everybody likes them. 6 of those doors got new openers that are working, functioning, everybody likes them. 4 of the overhead doors do not have new openers yet, and as such, only open manually right now. I had already told the government we have all the equipment. We're ready to start. The sub had intended on these openers being available in 2 or 3 days. Of course, he didn't tell me this. He told me that he had everything. And that was right before Christmas. And so now, for probably 4 weeks, these doors have been in, but not functioning. There's no opener for these 4 doors. And the contracting officer said, Harry, you have now exceeded your period of performance. They already gave us extra time for the government shutdown. And Harry, discount would be appropriate. And I don't remember exactly what I responded with. I responded with the timeline for when these openers were supposed to be there. And, hey, I'm sorry, we shouldn't have done it this way, but this is the truthful situation. They thought they would be there. And, of course, they got backordered. And I thought that they were already ordered, but they weren't. And this is my job, and I'm answering for it. And 7 minutes later, he sent me a cure notice.
You mean a show cause letter?
Yes, sorry, a show cause. Yes. Let me make sure I have the exact wording, but yes.
Okay.
So,
email that to me.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll have you a draft response here shortly.
Okay.
Or if you can just screenshot it or something and text it to me to this number. Either way will work.
It's pretty long. It might need to be an email.
Okay.
There is one thing that I'm sure you'll notice. I can send it as a text if you want that.
Yeah.
Let's see if the computer's going to cooperate. There's something interesting in here. He specifically calls out that delays from a supplier or manufacturer or materials being on back order. His exact wording is generally considered within the contractor's control.
No, he's absolutely wrong there.
Okay, I thought that was a bit of a contradictory statement. I can understand he's just trying to have his way.
By the way, that's what our response is going to be. He's trying to get ahead of that response.
Yeah. That was the first thing that jumped out to me because that was where my brain was going in a response. And then I thought, that seems like an interesting statement that doesn't sound very
Yeah,
true.
he's trying to proactively prevent you from using that as an excuse.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's wrong. Backordered shit that you can't get is excusable delay, because because the response to that is, well, Mr. Federal Government, when your guys put together what operators you wanted and approved these ones, or whatever that process was, how long were you thinking it was going to take to get them? Yeah, we thought that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, here's the part that if I was going to be doing something in the background, this is what I would be doing.
Okay.
Those operators, let's just say they're model XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be calling every door guy within 1,000 miles of there and seeing if you can buy those brand new operators from them if they have them in stock, and then you'll pay an extra $1,000 and just have, if they don't need them right away, let you have them, and then they can order new ones, and you'll pay $1,000 premium on top of that. So, dude, you can make a cool grand just by shipping these things overnight to my guy in Wuxafuxit, and then he gets them installed, and now if you can get that cured within 10 days, you don't even have to. The only response to this thing is, we were able to find the operators, and they're currently being installed.
Yeah, I did in a separate email, the email that was 7 minutes before this, whatever it's called, show cause notice. I said at the bottom of the email, I said, I'll continue working on the contract to complete the remainder. I think I just said I will continue working on the contract to complete the remainder. I don't think I said anything else.
That's okay. Look, what I'm saying.
He responded and said, you need to deal with this before you can do any work on the job.
No, you don't. You have a contract, and that show cause letter doesn't change anything.
Okay. Understood.
So, let's see. One thing you can do is you can call the manufacturer that has them on back order and ask them, tell them, I want the company name that you sold the last 10 to, or the last 20 to, okay, that did get them, because they might just be sitting on a shelf down there, for future use.
Right.
And maybe I can make a deal with those guys.
Right. Might be funny, might not. The correct operators are supposed to be delivered on the 19th. And we're currently arguing for, hey, they need to be shipped at an earlier date. But they are scheduled for delivery on the 19th. We are also asking for, if there's a older model with similar specs that might be readily available, which there is not, but we have asked about it. But obviously I can call and ask who else they sold them to. But we're not that far away from getting these.
Here's another
operators.
Here's another thing. I want to talk to the guy on the line where they manufacture these things. Sometimes that guy can pull 4 of them off the line, pay extra, get them overnight shipped.
Okay.
The guy on the line, the guy that actually puts his eyes on the things that they're, coming off the line before they even get put in a box.
Yes.
I'm in a real jam with the United States federal government. We're behind the 8 ball on this thing, and I'll do just about anything. All I need is 4.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk to the manufacturer? Are they manufactured in the U.S., the operators?
I don't believe they are. It's from LiftMaster, but the subcontractor told me, hey, they don't really manufacture them.
Look, the fucking subcontractor cannot solve this problem. Okay,
Yeah.
he doesn't
I'm
have
just
he doesn't have the skill set.
providing.
Call
Yes.
LiftMaster. Say, I want to talk
Yep.
to the guy who's in charge. Explain the problem. This is for the United States federal government. I got a cure notice. This could be the absolute end of me. All I have to do is find 4. Can you tell me in the sales department when the last 4 of these things shipped, or the last 10, or the last 12, did somebody buy 50 of these things? And he's probably got them sitting on a shelf. Start really going through this. I would be spending 6-7 hours on the phone, and I wouldn't take no for an answer. Okay, listen, I understand that you can't help me. Can I speak? Who's your boss? When somebody says, hey, look, I'm not saying I'm complaining about you, Mark, but what I'm saying is if somebody was complaining about you, who would they talk to? Okay? And so, use whatever strategies you can to get to the higher ups, even if you have to call LiftMaster and say, if I want to speak to the vice president's secretary, okay, who is the vice president's secretary? If you don't know who that is, can you tell me who would know? Okay, because the vice president's secretary, once she understands the problem, she'll know exactly in the company who can handle this problem.
Yes.
Does that give you plenty of options?
It does.
Okay.
Certainly does.
Get back to me this afternoon. I'm not even going to read your fucking cure notice until get back to me this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and let me know what you came up with.
Sounds great.
Okay?
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
Bye.